Hey everybody, in this video I want to talk about how to hire an appointment setter or virtual assistant the right way. And to me this is a very important topic because only 6 weeks ago I was stuck at zero, I didn't have a single client, and after hiring one appointment setter, things changed completely. So we are close to hitting $10,000 per month. This has been an amazing journey. Even though someone stole my camera here in my apartment yesterday, still I am happy for the things that are happening with my business. This is a really exciting journey, and yeah, I want to share with you guys the things that I've learned. So basically, and that's why you see like the difference with the camera and the difference in colors, but it is what it is. But now, when it comes to the most important part here, this is the main concept. Finding talented people is one of the hardest things to do in any business at any level. It doesn't matter if you have a coaching business that is making tens of thousands of dollars a month, or if you have a startup that is making millions of dollars a month. Still, finding talent will be hard. But if you master the skills, if you master these skills to find talent, the world will be yours. Because at the end of the day, Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk and all of these guys they didn't become so rich just by working hard. They became rich by finding the right people, by setting up the right teams in place, and that's why they are so rich. They are good, really good team builders, if that makes sense. So after having 100 plus interviews with appointment setters and VAs, I saw that you won't have the right talent in your team just by choosing the right website or platform to find talent, for example. Or that just by asking the right questions, by having the perfect questionnaire and tests during the interview process, that's enough in order to find the right talent. Or that hiring the perfect candidate depends on them, on their perfect background or their perfect past experiences. So it's not about that, because even if you have this, I mean, at the end of the day, you are not going to have the right talent just by looking into a specific place, by asking the right questions, and by looking for certain things. You are going to have talent, highly talented people, by having these things, by having like a perfect mix in between all of these. Going to the right places online, creating the right job posts with the right title. And I say title because a lot of times you will say that you want an appointment setter, but turns out that you actually need something different. Turns out that maybe you need a VA, someone that is a specialist in cold emails, someone that is a specialist in lead generation. It depends. The second part is that asking the right questions during the interview. A lot of times, if you don't ask the right questions, you're not gonna see if the person is actually good or not. And even if this is the case, I had one experience. I hired an appointment setter and he gave me the right answers. He told me the right things. He told me that he was excited. Everything was perfect. And then in the first day, after a couple of hours of working, he was like, yeah, I want to go to have breakfast. Yeah, I want to take a break. I am not feeling good. And this was the first day. So I had to fire him pretty much in the same day because he was not, actually I didn't fire him, he quit. He quit because he said that this was not for him, because he wanted to take a break and all. Anyway, so even if you ask the right questions, still you will have to do other things. So yes, asking the right questions during the interview help, training them before they start helps, and managing them to make sure that they can have the best results is important. But at the same time, it's a matter of having the right client acquisition systems, the right expectations, and the right processes to train your team members, to make sure that they are doing the right thing, to manage them, to see that they are, to see why they are or why they aren't performing as they should. And a lot of people tell me, yeah, I hired an appointment setter, but they were not doing a good job. Their messages that they were sending were generic and they were not giving me good results. But then I ask, okay, and how many calls did you have with this appointment setter? And they say, no, actually just one call a week. Or no, actually I didn't have a call with him. So I see this a lot of times, and the thing is that you need to hire these people. You need to hire, not these people, you need to hire appointment setters and virtual assistants. But at the same time, you have to continue helping them to become a really good team member. And this is not something that they will have when they come to your team. They will have the positive energy, and that's something that you have to look for. But at the same time, they are not going to have like all the knowledge that you want. Always, no matter what niche you are in, you will have to train these appointment setters, these team members. So even if you have a software company, and even if an engineer comes to your team, still he's gonna need some training. He's gonna have questions, and that's okay. You can help him. And then he can end up, by having this help, he can end up becoming one of your biggest assets in your business. And that's exactly what you want. So another thing is that a lot of people complain about the appointment setters they have, but in reality, they didn't have the right client acquisition systems, or they didn't have the right SOPs, the right processes, and then the client, or let's say that the coach, in this case we are talking about coaches, let's say that the business owner gets mad because the appointment setter or the virtual assistant doesn't know what to do, but in reality, it's just a matter of you not having the right processes and the right systems. And this can take time. Creating all of these systems can take time, but in a minute I will explain how you can bypass this. Because it's not, I mean, you don't have to do this on your own. It's not really necessary, but you have to keep that in mind. Even if you don't do this on your own, someone else will have to do this on your own if you want to make this work. So another thing, the right expectations. A lot of people believe that if they pay for an appointment setter, that out of nowhere and right away they will start making thousands of dollars, millions of dollars per year, right? And even though that's possible, for example, I hired an appointment setter and after 3 days I got my first client, my first high ticket client. I mean, I had a client before like 6 months ago, but technically speaking, the first high ticket client for this new business. So yeah, that's possible, but that worked because I had the right systems. I tested these systems multiple times as an appointment setter for another company, and I started coming up with better systems, and I was testing them. Sorry for the noise. You can see the dog. You can hear the dogs right here. But yeah, this is a really noisy neighborhood. Someone stole my camera. Maybe this was not the right decision, but anyway. Yeah, I was talking about the right expectations, the right processes. It's really important to have all of this in place, because otherwise they are going to come to your team, they will have a lot of questions, you will get angry because they are not going to give you the results you want, and then you're going to fire them. And probably it was not even their fault. It was just a matter of having the right systems. Because without those things, you will blame the appointment setter, like I said before, instead of fixing the issues in your business. Because if you fix those issues, it will be impossible for you not to win, because you will have a client acquisition system that works. But let me tell you another thing, because at the end of the day, you don't have to be the expert here. So these are the other tips. And actually, let me finish with this concept. So the thing is that they need to follow someone, your appointment setters, your virtual assistants need to follow someone that has the experience. So this doesn't necessarily have to be you. If they have another person on the team that can help them, for example, another appointment setter, another virtual assistant, then this can help them a lot, because now they will know exactly what to do, and they will be able to ask questions to that person. So that's why you don't have to be a really good appointment setter in order to get results, but someone that is a good appointment setter or someone that has experience here needs to be in the team. You know what I mean? So you don't have to be the perfect, let me repeat that. You don't have to be the best appointment setter, but someone in your team needs to be a good appointment setter. And if the person that you're hiring is just a new team member, you need to have someone that will help you. And this doesn't necessarily have to be me as well, but what I am trying to say is that you need to have someone that has the experience. Now, when it comes to other tips, like I said before, in some cases you're gonna find talent in different places. In places that you don't expect. So talent is talent, and you can find it anywhere. You can find it on Facebook, on Instagram, Indeed, Upwork, online jobs. You can pay $2,000 for the same talent for a month, for example. You can pay $500, you can pay $5,000, you can pay $10,000, and it's just a matter of finding the right people. But this can be in different places. So when people tell me a lot of times that they don't want to work with people from the Philippines, for example, or that they don't want to deal with people from Latin America, I understand where they are coming from, but I can see that they don't have the experience of hiring someone. Or if they have, probably they were missing something here. They didn't have the right systems, they didn't have the right process to manage the appointment setter or the virtual assistant, but that's okay. That's not their fault. That's not your fault if this is you. That's okay, because you just need help. You just need someone that can help you with that. And what I mean is that this can easily be improved just by changing a couple of things in your strategy. So talent is talent, and you don't have to, another thing is that you don't have to go for the cheapest option, But at the same time, it's not necessary to go to the most expensive option because a lot of times they will do the same job. So that's why don't go for the cheapest option like $200 for a virtual assistant, but at the same time, it's not really necessary to spend like $5,000 right away with an appointment setter, for example. So another thing, maybe I am changing the topic here, but another thing is that they need to be committed. They don't need to have side hustles. And the most important thing that I forgot to put here is that they need to be positive, or they need to be excited to join the team. Because if they are excited and if they want to join the team and if they are happy to do this, they will listen to you, they will listen to your instructions, they will be happy to push their limits, they will send more messages, they will contact more people, they will do a better job, and that's the key. Actually, team. Yeah, and that's the key. So that is the thing. And the biggest advice that I would give you is this: don't do this alone. Don't do this alone. And here the thing is that this doesn't necessarily have to be me. It's not like you have to join our team. It's not like you have to become a client or something like that. But believe me, you don't have to do this alone, because if you try to do this on your own, you are going to spend more time, more money, when instead you could have used that time and that money for better things, right? So go and buy from people who have proven processes, because that's exactly what will fast track your success. Not only a VA or appointment setter, but having someone that has the processes to make these VAs and appointment setter work. I mean, to make the strategy work. That's what I mean. And if I had to start from scratch, to be honest, I would have hired an appointment setting agency to launch my own appointment setting agency, just to find out what they were doing, just to find out the processes that they were using. And this would have saved me so much time, because I spent weeks finding solutions to small problems that probably hundreds of agencies have already solved before. They already know how to use certain tools, they already know what to do, what not to do, and that's why having someone that can help you here is the key. You don't have to waste too much time. And just to put this into perspective, we have 6 appointment setters sending around 500 messages a day in different niches for all of my clients. So that's around 10,000 DMs a month. And let me ask you this: how fast do you think you will find an answer for a problem if you are pushing this amount of volume every day and every month? 10,000 messages every month. Because to be honest with you guys, I've learned more in 1 month with my agency versus 5 to 6 months as an appointment setter. So if you have the right systems and processes in place, you will win. You will win. And to be transparent, you will be in a better position than not having those systems in place. So if you hire someone like that, someone that can help you with this, you will be in a better position than not having these systems. That's what I mean. And again, this doesn't necessarily have to be me or anything. What I am just saying is that you need to have the right processes and systems in place. So if this is actually that makes sense, because I don't want to waste too much of your precious time, let's talk. Let us know more about your situation, of your coaching business, and then let us show you how the processes and systems that we are using, how this can be adapted to your own niche and to your own situation. But that's pretty much it when it comes to how to hire an appointment setter and virtual assistant in the right way. To be honest, still we are looking for better processes, better systems to hire even more talented people, because this process will never end. We will, even if we have talented people, we will know that there is even more talented people, or that we can train these talented people even more so that they can become more talented, if that makes sense. And this is something that I experienced. Some people just need more training, some people just need more feedback, and this is exactly what will help them to become a super talented part of your team, a super talented part of your business. But a lot of times people don't believe this. They think that they need to hire an appointment setter and that right away they will be like the best appointment setter in the world. But that's not what yeah, basically you can say that this is like a tongue twister, but that's not what's going to happen, because you need to also take some time for your team members. But if you have someone that is helping you with this, you don't even have to spend time doing this. But I mean, these team members need help. So that's pretty much for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If this is interesting for you, let me know, leave a like or leave a comment, and I will continue recording more videos like this. And other than that, I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you a great week. Stay safe, because someone stole my camera. Stay safe. Don't get too comfortable. But yeah, thank you so much for watching.